Welcome friends to the Mathematics Made Manageable Mathematics video tutorial series prepared by M. Srinivasan, Training Associate Mathematics, KVS Z Mumbai. Reference material in all chapters of class 12 Mathematics is available easily to all the students. The students are not able to gather necessary help from this material as students need detailed explanation of the solution steps, recollection of concepts required for the solution at required places, tips to do problems with slight changes, tips to reduce errors. The above needs of the students is taken care of at this tutorial series. Important concepts and solutions to NCERT textbook questions in each chapter is prepared using PowerPoint presentation and the same is converted into video. The concept and solutions are supported by necessary narrations. The tutorial is only a supplementary material to students and it cannot replace the classroom teaching by an experienced teacher. Okay, the PowerPoint presentations with the solutions can be downloaded from the link given at the bottom of this video. The link to the PPT and also link to the PPT with the narration is given at the bottom of the video which you are watching. Welcome to chapter 5, Continuity and Differentiability. The topic, second order derivative. Here we are going to see what do you mean by second order derivative, how to find it, then the solutions to NCERT textbook exercise 5.7. Let us take y is equal to f of x and we know that dy by dx is the first derivative and it is denoted by f dash of x. Let us assume that this f dash of x is differentiable. That is, you can differentiate it once again. If f dash of x is differentiable, we can differentiate dy by dx again with respect to x. Now, d by dx of dy by dx, that is the derivative of the first derivative, is called the second derivative with respect to x. Similarly, we can think about third derivative, fourth derivative, fifth derivative also. But in this exercise, we are confined ourselves with the second order derivative. Then d by dx of dy by dx is denoted by d square y by dx square. The number 2 in the numerator, that is d square of dx square, that is the operator. D by dx of x, first derivative, d square by dx square of y, the second derivative. Sometimes we will be using other notations also to denote the first order derivative and the second order derivative. For example, f dash of x, first order derivative, f double dash of x, second order derivative. Dy by dx, first order derivative, d square y by dx square, second order derivative. Y dash, first order derivative, y double dash, second order derivative. Y1, first order derivative, y2, second order derivative. D of y, that is the derivative of y, first order derivative, and d square y, the second order derivative. We have to remember that it is always better to find the second derivative after simplifying the first derivative, because after the first derivative is found, we are going to differentiate it once again. If you simplify it and keep it in a simplest form, it is easy for us to find the second derivative. Let us have one example. Y is equal to cos x plus e power x. You know how to find the first derivative. Derivative of cos x is minus sin x and derivative of e power x is e power x. You have to differentiate it once again. Sin x derivative is cos x and e power x derivative is e power x. Therefore, the second derivative is minus cos x plus e power x. Let us see one more example. E power tan x. What is the first derivative? E power tan x into d by dx of tan x by chain rule. D by dx of tan x is secant square x. Therefore, it is secant square x into e power tan x. We have to do the derivative of the right hand side once again. We have to use product rule. Keep secant square x, differentiate e power tan x. Keep e power tan x, differentiate secant square x. For secant square x into e power tan x derivative is e power tan x into differentiation of tan x once again using chain rule. Again, secant square x derivative is 2 secant x into derivative of secant x. That is secant x tan x it will be. Therefore, it is secant square x into e power tan x into secant square x plus e power tan x into 2 times secant x into secant x tan x. Now you can simplify it by taking e power tan x outside, secant x outside. Okay. But be careful. After the first derivative, simplify the first derivative, then proceed to the second derivative. Let us go to exercise 5.7. Question number 1. Find the second derivative of x square plus 3x plus 2, a polynomial. First derivative is 2x, x square derivative, 3 derivative of 3x and 2 derivative is 0. No need to write. Again do the derivative. The differentiation of 2x is 2 and the differentiation of 3 is 0. Therefore, the final answer is 2. And you are seeing here the second derivative is a constant. Move on to question number 2. Find the second derivative of x power 20. First derivative 20 into x power 19, x power 20 minus 1. Second derivative will be once again 20 into 19 into x power 19 minus 1, that is x power 18. For final answer 380 x power 18. Question number 3. Find the second derivative of x cos x. For the first derivative, we have to use product formula. Keep x, differentiate cos x plus cos x into derivative of x. Cos x derivative is minus sin x and derivative of x is 1. Now it is minus x sin x plus cos x. Let us do the derivative once again. This minus x sin x, the first term, we have to use product rule. Keep x, differentiate sin x and keep sin x and differentiate x plus d by dx of the second term, that is cos x. What is the derivative of sin x? It is cos x. Derivative of x is 1. Therefore, the first term will be minus of x cos x plus sin x. Derivative of cos x is once again minus sin x. Now you expand it. Minus x cos x minus sin x minus sin x. Now therefore, there are all the terms are negative. If you take minus sin outside, you can write it as x cos x plus 2 sin x by taking minus sin outside. Sin x plus sin x, therefore 2 sin x. Let us go for problem number 4. Find the second derivative of log x. First derivative 1 by x. Second derivative minus 1 by x square. Derivative of 1 by x is minus 1 upon x square. Question number 5. Find the second derivative of x cube log x. For the first derivative, we have to make use of product rule. Keep x cube, differentiate log x plus keep log x and differentiate x cube. Log x differentiation is 1 by x. X cube differentiation is 3x square. Therefore, first derivative is x square plus 3x square log x. Now, as I told you earlier, if you want to go to the second derivative, better to simplify it so that it is easy for you to do the second derivative. Therefore, x square can be taken outside. It is 1 plus 3 log x. X square multiplied by 1 by plus 3 log x. Let us try to do once again. Let us try to do differentiation once again of this derivative. This is a UV form, that is product rule we have to use. Keep x square, differentiate 1 plus 3 log x. Keep 1 plus 3 log x and differentiate x square. The differentiation of 1 plus 3 log x is 0 plus 3 by x. And differentiation of x square is 2x. If you expand, it will be x square into 3 by x is 3x plus 1 into 2x 2x plus 3 into 3 log x into 2x is 6x log x. Final answer 5x plus 6x into log x. Now you can take x outside. No issue in that. Next question number 6. Find the second derivative of e power x into sin phi x. We have to use product rule. E power x, differentiation of sin phi x plus sin phi x into differentiation of e power x. E power x into differentiation of sin phi x is cos of phi x into d by dx of whatever there. Chain rule. There d by dx of e power x is very simple. Directly e power x. What is the differentiation of phi x? It is 5. Therefore 5 into e power x into cos phi x plus e power x into sin phi x. I already told you that suppose if you can simplify it or take common outside, if it is possible in the first derivative, you can do it. But it can be written as e power x into phi cos phi x plus sin phi x by taking e power x outside. Let us continue with this derivative, first derivative. Second derivative, again you have to use product rule. Keep e power x, differentiate the second term, that is phi cos phi x plus sin phi x, and plus phi cos x plus phi sin x into d by dx of e power x. Once again, inside the first derivative, it is phi multiplied by, what is the derivative of cos phi x? It is function of function rule, that is chain rule, minus sin phi x into differentiation of phi x. Be careful. Cos x is minus sin x, but cos phi x is not minus sin phi x. You have to differentiate that phi x once again, plus cos phi x into differentiation of phi x, plus phi cos x plus sin phi x multiplied by derivative of e power x is e power x only. Again, by continuing, differentiation of phi x is 5. Therefore, taking phi multiplied with phi, it is minus 25 sin phi x plus phi cos phi x. There it is phi cos phi x plus sin phi x into e power x. And once again, you know that e power x can be taken outside. Then minus 25 sin phi x plus phi cos phi x from the first term, phi cos phi x plus sin phi x from the second term. By adding the like terms, final answer is e power x into 10 cos phi x minus 24 sin phi x. Therefore, there will be some possibility of simplifications after the first derivative, even after the second derivative also. It is possible, you can do it. Again, find the second derivative of e power 6x into cos 3x. We have to use product rule. E power 6x into d by dx of cos 3x plus keep cos 3x and differentiate e power 6x. Then what is the derivative of cos 3x? It is minus sin 3x into differentiation of 3x plus cos 3x. Again, the differentiation of e power 6x is e power 6x into differentiation of 6x. Be careful here, we are not having cos x and e power x. So you have to differentiate that using the chain rule once again. Differentiation of 3x is 3. Therefore, the first term will become minus 3 e power 6x into sin 3x. The second term, differentiation of 6x is 6. So 6 into e power 6x into cos 3x. Which can be taken outside? 3 e power 6x can be taken outside. You will get 2 cos 3x from the second term. We are writing the positive term first, minus sin 3x. Therefore, the first derivative is kept ready. First derivative is ready for the second derivative. Differentiate it once again. 3 into e power 6x, keep it. Differentiate 2 cos 6x 3x minus sin 3x and keep 2 cos 3x minus sin 3x into d by dx of 3 into e power 6x. You can keep 3 outside also, but I have taken 3 e power 6x in both the term, no problem. What is the differentiation of cos 3x? It is minus sin 3x into differentiation of 3x. What is the differentiation of sin 3x? It is cos 3x into derivative of 3x. Then what is the derivative of 3 e power 6x? It is 3 into e power 6x into derivative of the power, that is 6x. Now you know the numbers which are coming out now. D by dx of 3x is 6. D by dx of 3x is once again 3. Sorry. D by dx of 3x is 3. And d by dx of 6x is 6. Therefore, the first term will become minus 6 sin 3x minus 3 cos 3x. And the last term will be 18 into e power 6x. Now, which can be taken outside now? E power 6x can be taken outside. By clubbing the like terms, the final answer is e power 6x multiplied by 27 cos 3x minus 36 sin 5x. Next one is find the second derivative of tan inverse x. Y is equal to tan inverse x. Dy by dx is 1 upon 1 plus x square. Now you can go for the second derivative directly. There is no problem. But remember, it is always advisable to second derivative to find the second derivative after simplifying the first derivative. What is the meaning of simplifying? We will take something as common. We will try to cancel the the terms which are having different in sign and Suppose if you have anything in the denominator, to avoid that division formula, we can cross multiply. For example, for sin inverse x, you will get the derivative in the denominator. Cos inverse x, you will get the derivative in the denominator. Tan inverse x, it is 1 upon 1 plus x square. Log x, it is 1 by x. Root x, it is 1 by 2 root x. In those cases, to get the second derivative, better cross multiply. Therefore, I will cross multiply and write it as 1 plus x square into dy by dx. Here, the thing is, we are avoiding the division formula, that's all, nothing more than that. Now, let us try to do the differentiation once again. The left hand side, it is keep 1 plus x square and differentiate dy by dx. Keep dy by dx and differentiate 1 plus x square. Very simple. As we know that we are doing the differentiation using product rule. What is the differentiation of dy by dx? It is d square y by dx square. That is the second derivative. The derivative of 1 plus x square is 0 plus 2x. Right hand side derivative is 0. We continue now. It will be 1 plus x square into d square y by dx square plus 2x into dy by dx is equal to 0. Now you can push it to the right hand side. If you want d square y by dx square, now you can substitute the value for dy by dx. Already we had it in the, just we have found that is it is 1 upon 1 plus x square. Pushing that minus 2x to the right hand side and then writing it as dy by dx as 1 upon 1 plus x square. Therefore, d square y by dx square is minus 2x upon 1 plus x square into 1 upon 1 plus x square. Final answer is minus 2x upon 1 plus x square the whole square. Therefore, after the first derivative, if you see some terms are in the denominator, by cross multiplication, you can convert the division formula into multiplication formula, product rule. It is well and good. Let us go for one more problem. 9 log of log x. What is the first derivative? 1 by log x into derivative of log x. For 1 by x log x. But you can go for u by v formula once again. But if you cross multiply it, it will become little bit simpler. Therefore, I am multiplying by x log x to the left hand side. Therefore, the first derivative gives you the equation x log x into dy by dx is equal to 1. Let us continue now. Differentiate now. Left hand side. Product rule. Keep x log x. Differentiate dy by dx. Keep dy by dx and differentiate x log x. And differentiation of the right hand side 1. How to differentiate? Derivative of the dy by dx is d square y by dx square. Now, how to do the derivative of x log x? Again, use the product rule. Keep x. Differentiate log x. Keep log x and differentiate x. It will become x into 1 by x plus log x into 1. Now, you are getting here as x log x into d square by dx square plus dy into 1 plus log x is equal to 0. Now, substitute for dy by dx. For it is 1 by x log x, already we had it. Where it can be pushed to the right hand side. It will become minus of 1 plus log x by x log x. By pushing x log x to the right hand side, the second derivative is minus of 1 plus log x upon x log x the whole square. Therefore, by simplifying the first derivative by doing the cross multiplication, we have found the second derivative in a easy method. Again, sin of log x. Y is equal to sin of log x. Find the second derivative. Cos of log x into d by dx of log x. dy by dx is cos log x upon x. As usual, to avoid the division formula, we multiply throughout by x. X into dy by dx is cos of log x. We start with this. Differentiate both sides with respect to x once again. Left hand side product rule. Keep x, differentiate dy by dx plus keep dy by dx and differentiate x. Right hand side differentiation of cos of log x. Left hand side x into second derivative, because d by dx of dy by dx is d square y by dx square. And what is the differentiation of x? It is 1. Therefore, plus dy by dx is equal to minus sin of log x into d by dx of log x. Making use of chain rule. Once again, what is differentiation of log x? It is 1 by x. Therefore, the right hand side is minus sin log x by x. We continue. X into d square by dx square is equal to minus sin log x by x. We are replacing dy by dx by the derivative which we got, cos of log x by x. It goes to the right hand side now. It becoming minus sin log x by x minus cos log x by x. And when you take minus sign outside and by pushing x to the right hand side, because you have here x into d square y by dx square. For the final answer will be minus sin of log x plus cos log x upon x square. Question number 11. Here you have been given y is equal to 5 cos x minus 3 sin x. You are not been asked to find the second derivative. You have been asked to show an equation involving second derivative. Let us go for y. It is 5 cos x minus 3 sin x. Find the second derivative. Cos x derivative is minus sin x. Sin x derivative is cos x. Therefore, minus of 5 sin x minus 3 cos x. Shall we do the derivative once again? Okay. Sin x derivative is cos x. Cos x derivative is minus sin x. But it will become minus 5 cos x plus 3 sin x. Can you take minus sign outside now? When you take minus sign outside, it will become 5 cos x minus 3 sin x, which is nothing but y. Therefore, it is minus of y. Therefore, d square y by dx square plus y is equal to 0. Very simple. Let us go to question number 12. Here you have been given y is equal to cos inverse x, but you want the d square y by dx square in terms of y alone. There should not be any x there. Let us see. Well, let us try to find it now. Y is equal to cos inverse x. Its derivative is minus 1 upon root 1 minus x square. All of you know that now you have something in the denominator on the right hand side. You should not start it directly. Therefore, cross multiply. Root 1 minus x square into dy by dx is equal to minus 1. Now, we are ready to go for the second derivative. Second derivative, keep root 1 minus x square, differentiate dy by dx, plus keep dy by dx and differentiate root 1 minus x square. Right hand side derivative is d by dx of minus 1. Root 1 minus x square into second derivative, that is d square y by dx square. What is the derivative of root 1 minus x square? It is square root of something. 1 by 2 times the square root into d by dx of that 1 minus x square, which is inside the square root. Therefore, root 1 minus x square d square by dx square plus dy by dx multiplied by derivative of 1 minus x square is minus 2x upon 2 times root 1 minus x square. 2 will get cancelled, and by substituting the value for dy by dx, we are substituting by minus 1 upon root 1 minus x square. Therefore, minus into minus plus x upon 1 minus x square, because 2 square roots are there. By pushing it to the right hand side, it is minus of x upon 1 minus x square. But this is the final answer of the second derivative. D square y by dx square is minus of x upon 1 minus x square into root 1 minus x square, or 1 minus x square whole power 3 by 2. But I am writing it like this for convenience. Now, this is not the final answer. You want to give the final answer in terms of y. This is right hand side is totally in terms of x. Let us see how to do it. It has been given y is equal to cos inverse x. We know that by inverse trigonometric function idea, we know that x is equal to cos y. What will happen when x is equal to cos y? 1 minus x square will be 1 minus cos square y, that is sin square y. Therefore, we got two ideas now. X is cos y and 1 minus x square is sin square y. Come on, let us come and put it in this d square y by dx square. Implies minus of numerator for x cos y. In the denominator, wherever 1 minus x square comes, it is sin square y. For square root of sin square y is sin y. Therefore, denominator will become sin cube. Numerator is cos y. You can leave it as it is, but if you want to do any kind of simplification again, it is cos y upon sin y into 1 by sin square y. It can be written as minus cot y into cosecant square y. or both the answers are right. Minus cos y upon sin cube y is also right. Minus cot y into cosecant square y is also right. Because we have been asked to express the right hand side, that is the second derivative, in terms of y alone. We have done it. Question number 13. You see here we have been asked to prove an equation. But always remember, by seeing the equation you know that sir, I have to find y2, I have to find y1, I will put it in this equation and show that the right hand side is 0. There is no need for it. While in the process of doing the differentiation itself, in the process of doing the second derivative itself, you will reach that equation. Let us see it. First, let us start with y is equal to 3 of cos log x plus 4 sin log x. Differentiation of cos log x is minus sin log x into d by dx of log x. Sin log x differentiation, cos log x into d by dx of log x, by making use of chain rule. Therefore, the first term will be minus 3 sin log x into differentiation of log x is 1 by x. Similarly, the second term 4 cos log x into differentiation of log x is 1 by x. Or you got y1 as minus 3 sin log x plus 4 cos of log x upon x. Normally what will you do? To go to the second derivative, if there is anything in the denominator, we will try to cross multiply. Cross multiply it. X into y1 is equal to minus 3 sin of log x plus 4 cos of log x. Good. Let us continue with the equation which we got from the first derivative. Differentiate it again. Keep x, differentiate y1. Keep y1, differentiate x. Here we are using the notation as given in the question. Right hand side differentiation will be minus 3 into sin log differentiation is cos log x into differentiation of log x. Cos log x differentiation is minus sin log x into differentiation of log x. Differentiation of y1 is y2. Differentiation of x is 1. Right hand side minus 3 into cos log x upon multiplied by 1 by x. Minus 4 sin log x into differentiation of log x is 1 by x. So for the right hand side you are getting it as minus 3 cos log x minus 4 sin log x by x. Multiply throughout by x. It will become x square y2 plus x y1 is minus 3 cos log x plus 4 sin log x. But remember, the 3 cos log x plus 4 sin log x is nothing but y given in the question. But I am replacing it by y. Now bring everything to one side. You got the equation which we want to prove, x square y2 plus x y1 plus y is equal to 0. Therefore, remember, whenever you are having y is given and you have to prove a equation involving second derivative, first derivative and like that, one way is that find the second derivative, find the first derivative and fit it in the equation. But in some cases there is no need for it. In the process of doing it itself, you will get that equation containing derivatives. Next problem, 14. Y is equal to a into e power mx plus b into e power nx. Show that d square y by dx square plus m minus n dy by dx plus m and y is equal to 0. We got y now. Differentiate it. A e power mx differentiation is e power mx into derivative of mx plus e power nx derivative is e power nx into d by dx of nx. What is derivative of mx? It is m. Derivative of nx is n. Therefore, you got that first derivative as am into e power mx plus bn into e power nx. You will keep it as it is. We will try to do the differentiation once again from this step. We start with the first derivative. Differentiate it again. Am should be kept outside. E power mx differentiation is once again e power mx into d by dx of mx. Again keeping bn e outside. E power nx differentiation is once again e power nx into d by dx of nx. Once again, differentiation of mx is m, differentiation of nx is n. Therefore, it will become a m square into e power mx plus b n square into e power nx. Therefore, we got the first derivative, we got the second derivative. Therefore, we have the second derivative, we have the first derivative, we have that value of y. This is the equation which you have to prove. Come on, let us try to put everything there. second derivative substituted, minus m plus n into first derivative substituted, plus mn into y substituted. Expand it totally. When you expand it totally, you are seeing that am square e power mx get cancelled, bn square e power nx also get cancelled, and all the terms are getting cancelled. You are getting the final answer as 0. Therefore, the equation involving second derivative minus m plus n into dy by dx plus mn into y is equal to 0. Problem number 15. If y is equal to 500 e power 7x plus 600 e power minus 7x, show that second derivative is 49y. Find the first derivative. 500. Derivative of e power 7x is e power 7x into d by dx of 7x. E power minus 7x derivative is e power minus 7x into d by dx of minus 7x. Derivative of 7x is 7. Derivative of minus 7x is minus 7. Therefore, by taking 7 outside, the first derivative is 500 e power 7x minus 600 e power minus 7x. Let us continue to do the second derivative. 7 taken outside. Derivative of 500 e power 7x is 500 e power 7x into derivative of 7x minus 600 into e power minus 7x into derivative of minus 7x. Derivative of 7x is 7. Derivative of minus 7x is minus 7. By taking 7 once again outside, 49 into 500 into e power 7x plus 600 into e power minus 7x. Therefore, the answer is 49y. Question number 16. If y is e power y into x plus 1 is equal to y, you have to show that the second derivative is the square of the first derivative. Interesting. Let us see. E power y is equal to x plus 1 is equal to 1. Take log on both sides. Why we are taking log? Because you see, we are getting e power y into x plus 1. If you take log, it will become, using the product rule of log, it will become log of something plus log of something. And log of e power y into x plus 1 is equal to log 1. So log of e power y plus log of x plus 1 is equal to 0. Y into log e plus log of x plus 1, right hand side log 1, therefore it is 0. Once again log e is 1, therefore y plus log of x plus 1 is equal to 0. You see the problem has been reduced into the sum of two terms only instead of product. Starting with this, let us find the derivative. Y derivative dy by dx, log 1 plus 1 derivative 1 upon x plus 1 into d by dx of x plus 1. Right hand side derivative of 0 is 0. Therefore, you got the first derivative as dy by dx plus 1 upon x plus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore, derivative is minus 1 upon x plus 1. We have found the first derivative now. Let us continue with the second derivative. The derivative of minus of 1 by something is minus 1 upon that the whole square into d by dx of whatever the denominator. But here it is only x plus 1, therefore its derivative is 1 plus 0. Therefore, you got the second derivative as 1 upon x plus 1 the whole square. You can write it as minus 1 upon x plus 1 the whole square, because the first derivative is minus of 1 by x plus 1. Now, you have proved that the second derivative is nothing but the first derivative the square. Question number 17. If y is equal to tan inverse x the whole square, show that a equation involving y2, y1, x square plus 1 whole square y2 plus 2x into x square plus 1 y1 is equal to 2. As usual, we will try to find the first derivative, simplify it, do the second derivative. Automatically you may get this equation. No need to do the derivative separately and then substitute in this equation. Okay. It will be tan inverse x the whole square. So 2 times tan inverse x into derivative of tan inverse x. The derivative of tan inverse x is 1 upon 1 plus x square. As you know, that 1 plus x square is to be cross multiplied. Therefore 1 plus x square into y1 is equal to twice tan inverse x. Now we are ready to go for the second derivative. Do the differentiation once again. Keep 1 plus x square, differentiate y1. keep y1, differentiate 1 plus x square. Right hand side, 2 into differentiation of tan inverse x. What is the differentiation of y1? It is y2. Differentiation of 1 plus x square is 0 plus 2x. The differentiation of tan inverse x is 1 upon 1 plus x square. So you got this equation. 1 plus x square y2 plus 2x y1 is equal to 2 upon 1 plus x square. Again cross multiply with 1 plus x square or multiply throughout by 1 plus x square. For first one will become 1 plus x square the whole square into y2. Second term will become 2x into x square plus 1 into y1 is equal to 2. Multiplying the whole total equation by 1 plus x square. Here highly interesting. We have not done anything. We have done the first derivative. We have cross multiplied and keep it convenient for us to do the second derivative. After the second derivative, once again we did the cross multiplication or multiply throughout by 1 plus x square. We got the answer directly. For these types of problems, there are many problems are there where be careful. Don't try to find y2 separately, y1 separately and put it. In the process of doing the second derivative, if you do it in a proper way, you will get the equation involving derivatives directly.